It's me, it's the T-O-N-E. Okay, now that I got the road dog stick out of the way, everybody, welcome back. I'm Tony Viz, the Tone, and here I am with my post-Smackdown recap show. Overall, I thought the show was pretty good. Sheamus and Daniel Bryan had a good match at the end of the show, I thought. Although I do think they should have had, Daniel Bryan losing clean was kind of a step backwards, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what they do with that. But so overall, I thought this show was good. Better than what we've been seeing in wrestling for quite a while now. So I guess we'll get into it. Show kicks off. Sheamus comes out, saying that he's there to do what he loves best, and that's fight, and that's what he's going to do in the next couple minutes. So then Daniel Bryan comes out, before Daniel Bryan comes out, he mentions that at Extreme Rules, Daniel Bryan almost tore Sheamus says that Daniel Bryan almost tore his left shoulder off in their tremendous 2 out of 3 falls match. And he says that on the show last night, Daniel wanted to finish the job. So he says that earlier, when he was asked if Daniel Bryan if he would fight Daniel Bryan, he gave a one-word answer: yes. So they've been using the Daniel Bryan yes chant as a really like a big as a gag for Sheamus has been using it more than Daniel has. But anyway, then Daniel Bryan comes out and Sheamus is doing the yes chant with the fans along with the fans as he comes out. And Daniel comes really pissed, and he's like, what are you mocking, stealing my shtick or whatever, Then Daniel Bryan gets right in the ring, and we go right to the Sheamus Daniel match, take one. Sheamus actually wins by DQ when Ricardo Rodriguez comes in, dives off does a crossbody off the top rope onto Sheamus. That led to the DQ, and that was a hell of a crossbody that Ricardo did to Sheamus there. Then after a bit, Alberto got the close arm breaker on Sheamus, and then Daniel Bryan got the yes lock on him, put Sheamus in the yes lock, and then the referees come in to break it up and everything. They help out Sheamus, and then Daniel Bryan and Alberto argue, and we'll find out. We'll get into that a little later on as to why they pissed off at each other. Solid opening segment / match. I thought it was pretty good. And then we'll find out later on whether or not Sheamus will be able to compete against Daniel Bryan on the show. So then they show Sheamus being checked out by the medics backstage. He's flipping out as they're trying to check his arm out. And he's just getting all pissed, and he's like leave me alone, all that stuff. Yeah. Then we go to the tag team champs, the new champs, Kofi Kingston and R-Truth, with the invisible little Jimmy. As they take on Unico, however you pronounce it, and Camacho. Solid match, Kofi and Truth win. They have AW is now apparently managing Primo and Epico and Rosa, because they came out and watched on the stage. They watched the match on the stage. Solid match, I don't know what they're gonna do with the AW bit, but it was if he's gonna I guess he's officially managing Primo and Epico and Rosa now. Match was solid, Kofi and Truth I think are good together. The only thing I'm tired of them doing is acting like this invisible little Jimmy's real, and they always have the heel hit the invisible kid, and then Truth flips. It's like it's kind of like Murdoch with in a not so funny way, but it's like for an '80s reference, it kind of reminds me of Murdoch from the A-Team. He always had the invisible dog with him. So anyway, so then we go to Brodus Clay and Jack Swagger. Originally, they retaped this match. I don't know why. Originally, Brodus won by DQ. And Dolph Ziggler got involved. But then later on in the night, they redid the finish. So and Brodus won by count out. Swagger walked out and just pretty much had it. Brodus introduced the Funkettes as the Funkadactyls. Oh God. You know, and then it's like, you know, he had a few kids come in the ring, you know, doing the whole junkyard dog bit, you know, where they're all in there, you know, doing the shtick or whatever, like what JYD used to do back in the day. And one kid which just had this look on his face, was like, why in the hell am I in the ring doing here with this crap? And then, you know, my God. So, you know, like I said, the Brodus Clay character, and also one of the Cameron is the first one who was eliminated from Tough Enough, who never watched wrestling in her life or whatever. She was the one who said her favorite match was Melina versus Alicia Fox. That got that classic move from Steve Austin, and she's in WWE. Yet the winner, Andy Levine, Kevin Hackman, whatever the hell his name is, the release. That's WWE for you, Sparky. Okay, so then Daniel Bryan and Alberto and Ricardo are in, I guess, Eve's office, since they said that Johnny Ace, because of what happened of Lesnar flipping out on Raw or what have you, and because, you know, Laurinaitis took a personal night off, so Eve is in charge of the show. So they're in, I guess, Eve's office, Alberto, Ricardo, and Daniel Bryan arguing and everything, and then Daniel says that he had Sheamus right where he wanted him, and would have beaten him, but Del Rio had to interfere. And Del Rio says that he is next in line for a world title match against Sheamus, and then Daniel Bryan says that he beat the clock on Monday and is next in line for a shot at the WWE title against CM Punk. And then Daniel Bryan tells Eve not to let Sheamus take the coward's way out because he says Sheamus isn't hurt that bad. So then Daniel says that, you know, he demands that the match with Sheamus happen, and then Eve says, who demands anything? She says she's in charge, she's running the show, and then she says that, you know, it's like after she talks with the ringside position, she'll decide whether or not Sheamus and Daniel Bryan will have the match later. And then she kicks them both out of the office. Okay, segment, you know, because like Daniel Bryan's good as the chicken, you know what, heel or whatever, you know, and being that jerky heel or whatever, you know, and Alberto's good too, but, you know, I still, you know, it's like them going at it, I'm not really sure as to why they did that, but it was still alright, you know, it was still a good segment, you know. Daniel Bryan actually, I think he saved it. Then we were supposed to get Derek Bateman against Damian Sandow, but, you know, Sandow came to the ring, and this was classic. This was great stuff. You know, he before the match even begins, you know, he gets on the apron with the mic, and he does the whole, you know, he's going to bring enlightenment to the fans, calling them ignoramuses bit and everything, and all, you know, like all that great heel stuff that he's been doing. You know, the fans chant "What" at him, and he thanks them for their relevant opinion, which was, yeah, that was funny. That was a funny line in there. And he says that, you know, it's like he wants to be a true role model, and for him to be that for the fans, he cannot and will not wrestle Derek Bateman tonight. So then because he says that if he did wrestle him, the fans wouldn't learn anything. So he was saying that Bateman, and then he says Derek Bateman is an ignoramus just like the rest of the fans, just like all the fans. So he says that he won't compete tonight because that'll benefit the fans if he doesn't. So then he does the "You're welcome," and he walks back up the ramp, and they have the hallelujah music going, and it was great stuff. This guy, I mean, you know, I've heard a lot about his stuff in FCW and how great he was. You know, this guy is a really awesome heel, I gotta say. So then after Sandow walks up the apron and goes to the back, Bateman gets the mic and says that I'm surprised even WWE wanted us to remember this, because I certainly didn't. 5 months ago, he won on NXT. Bateman said he won a chance to be on Smackdown. So, and then he says that no matter who's running the show, whether it's Teddy Long or Eve or Johnny Ace, he wants a match. And then Michael Cole mentions that Teddy Long's no longer the GM. So then Ryback comes out. And Ryback comes out, and he just, you know, he pretty much squashes Derek Bateman. You know, like I say, it was a squash. They're making Ryback Skip Sheffield a new Goldberg or Ryberg, but to me he looks like Scott Norton with the shaved bald head and the wrestling gear he's got. Anyway, so at least they didn't have any jobbers watching in the back this week saying, "Oh, Ryback's going to squash another jobber." Okay, yeah, at least they didn't do that this week. Then we go to Big Show and Randy Orton against Kane and Cody Rhodes. solid match, good match. Show and Orton got the win. Show got the pin on Cody after the WMD when he just punched him out. I don't know what they're doing with Cody Rhodes. It's like first they have him win the title like on a fluke extreme move because Big Show put his foot through the table, and then Big Show put Cody through, choke slammed through one table, and then press slammed him or something through another. Extreme rules or whatever. So it's like I don't know why the hell they're burying Cody. It's like it's the same. It's like okay, let's give the young guy a push, and then it's like let's keep pushing again. That's what they're doing now. We'll go backstage to Matt Striker. He's standing outside of the medic room where Sheamus is, and Sheamus comes out. He's all taped up on his, his left side is all taped up and everything. And Striker asks for an update. Sheamus says he was here to fight, and that's what he's going to do. So then Striker says the match is on. So that was good. That was nice and short. Then we go to something else that was short, but I thought was good too. New Divas champion, the recently returning Layla against Natalya. Layla won the match, but I actually thought it was a short match, but I thought it was decent. It was actually one of the better matches that they've let the women have in quite a while. And then we go to the worst segment of the night. We have backstage. Antonio Cesaro and Oksana are doing the photo shoot, and then Eve says that something's not right, and then she says that Cesaro needs to be oiled up, and she makes Teddy Long oil him up. And then Oksana, using her canny Russian accent, tells Long to rub some on his chest. It was just stupid. The less said about it, the better. So then we get to Caitlyn and Alicia Fox backstage, just standing there. Then AJ comes by, Alicia walks off, and AJ says to Caitlyn that, last week, when she slapped Caitlyn, she said that wasn't the real her. And Caitlyn says that when AJ slapped her, she felt hurt and betrayed by it, and that she was just trying to help AJ out and be a friend and everything. And Caitlyn says she knows that wasn't the real AJ. Then Caitlyn tells AJ that as she phrased it, this pity party that she's got going over Daniel Bryan needs to stop. And as soon as she mentions his name, AJ slaps her again, and she falls to Caitlyn falls to the floor, sells it. It was alright, I like this new role for AJ. I'm just waiting for her to turn into the full-fledged psycho character. Maybe do like her and Layla for the Divas title eventually at some point. But I'm waiting for them to do something instead of because they got something going pretty well here with AJ and this new character. So hopefully they'll be sorry about that. So hopefully they'll do something good with the new with AJ's character. So then they do the Raw recapping the Triple H Legends segment from Monday night. Then Alberto Del Rio comes out to do commentary for Sheamus, Daniel Bryan, Take 2. Good match here, good back and forth stuff. Sheamus won. I think Ricardo and Del Rio somehow were trying to distract the referee. Daniel Bryan got up on the apron. Not on the apron, on the one up top. As he jumped off, Sheamus gave him a brogue kick up and got the 3 count. Good match. It was a good match. I don't know why I had Daniel Bryan lose cleanly, since he's going to be, he's going to be challenging for the WWE title. But it was a good match. And that was the show. So overall, I thought it was good. There was more good than not on the show. So I guess that'll pretty much do it. This is going to be a relatively shorter one, I guess. So like I say, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel, leave a comment. You can actually click on the link to my blog, tonyviz.blogspot.com, on there now, and feel free to check it out and read my written thoughts on the show. And I guess that'll pretty much do it. So I'll be back on Tuesday with a post Raw video. Until then, this is the Tony Viz. I'll talk to you all on Tuesday. Take care, everybody.